When we think of the monster Naoya Inoue, the first thing that comes to mind is his destructive power. In particular, his super body shots are truly exceptional in knocking out his opponents so far to date. But how does Inoue get such devastating levels of punching power? Well, it all comes down to his training, and believe it or not, it's not from his lifting weights, but by doing very old school and traditional boxing training. In this video, we'll go over all the methods the Japanese boxing star uses to come to get into top physical condition and develop his power. This should hopefully give you some ideas in terms of how you can train like Inoue in your boxing workouts. Yes, sometimes the old school training is simply the way to help develop fighters to become the best. For Inoue, his trainers and coaches in fact really work on the fundamentals for the most part. This will include pad work to practice defense, punch combinations, power shots, and footwork. Punch shield for punch power technique, angles, and footwork. Heavy bag for conditioning, combinations, and punching power. Shadow boxing. There's a lot of footage of Inoue doing quick explosive shadow boxing, much like with the rest of his training. Sparring. Unlike other top champions, Inoue actually shows himself sparring quite a lot, which is unusual. However, by sparring often, he is more comfortable and better prepared to adapt to what comes against him come fight night in the ring. Now, I'm not sure if you noticed from the above, but there's one word I use often, and that is power. This is definitely one of his biggest strengths, and by looking at training footage online, he works on this area extremely hard. However, it isn't just power he works on. Inoue's accuracy is also one of the best in the sport right now. The preciseness he has to land power shots is so good. By the time it comes to fight night, it is so natural to him and usually doesn't end well for his opponent. One thing I have noticed is doesn't work on too many reflex drills, or there isn't much footage available of this. I imagine his defensive and reflexes are worked on mostly through pad work and sparring. Explosive sprint training. Another aspect of Inoue's training is the different types of sprints. This obviously helps to simulate boxing explosiveness, and as a sharpshooting power puncher, this is key for Inoue. Stair hill sprints. Once again, a very traditional way for fighters to work on explosive endurance, as Inoue is often seen running upstairs. Resisted sprints. Another type of sprint. Inoue works on his resistance sprints, in particular on the beach. Here, his coach attached a resistance band around the Japanese world champion as he has to push through the resistance of his training holding back. General sprints. Inoue will often do formal flat grounded sprints too alongside his gym partners. Maybe this is to help build up his competitive and mental edge too. Normal cardio run. Typical cardio work is also something the Inoue camp will do, no doubt to warm up or down from the sprints. Strength and conditioning. Once again, Inoue doesn't do anything spectacular in terms of lifting weights or anything. As he is at a lighter weight category, boxing conditioning and bodyweight exercises are more often than enough to help to develop his strength and conditioning. Sledgehammer workout. Now, instead of the old school chopping wood, Inoue uses the modern edition of the sledgehammer on the tire. Once again, this exercise is to help develop power, making it an excellent workout option for him. This exercise helps to strengthen the majority of your upper body. Battle rope work. Another great training technique he does is by using swinging battle ropes. This is primarily used for full body strength and conditioning. Not what you would expect from a lower weight fighter like Inoue, but he is the monster after all. This is once again a full body exercise and requires your whole body to generate the power to throw rock up in the air. Strategy and precision. Now I talk about this briefly above in terms of precision. However, a big part of Naoya Inoue's game is the strategy and game plans they have going into the fight. For most part, the Inoue camp knows his power is ridiculously good. But that's not just what he is all about. Inoue is in fact a very calculated fighter who mainly tries to create openings through sharp accurate jab and counter punches. If you watch any of his pad work drills or even himself on the heavy bag, he's always being taught to move his feet and head, thus making him a very hard opponent to hit cleanly himself. Inoue is definitely not just a power punch slugger as you can see, and as much as many people might believe that is the case, it's not. In my opinion, Inoue's training and primary focus is unbelievably punching power, and it is no wonder his teamwork on this relentless to get the most out of it. And it's no wonder his team work on this relentlessly to get the most out of it. The one thing I think any fighter can take from this is the old school training methods across the board to prove that they are enough to make you into a dangerous fighter. Inoue also trains to his advantage, which of course is power technique and accuracy.